If I were to say GAIN, Athletes in Action, Power to Change for Students, Family Life, the Leader Impact Group, DRIME, the Christian Embassy, what would they have in common? Yes, all are ministries under one of Canada's most influential Christian organizations, known as Power to Change. Leonard Buhler was an entrepreneurial leader in Manitoba's agriculture business when God asked him to accept leadership as the president of Power to Change, formerly known as Campus Crusade for Christ. And I'm so pleased, Leonard, that you could be with us this morning. Welcome.
Thank you, Don. It's my pleasure to be with you as well.
And the agriculture business to an organization where it's a harvest of a different kind. Tell us about that transition.
Yeah, it's a huge transition. Obviously, I was very involved in my faith as a young person and in our community, and God just got a hold of me and one day said, Leonard, I want you over here instead of on the farm. And so we made the transition, moved to BC, and I've been the leader at Power to Change for the last 9 years.
Fantastic, and you're up to quite a few pretty interesting things. And I take it that a BC boy is in Toronto for a specific purpose this week. Maybe the Grey Cup is in your plans. Absolutely.
One of our main ministries, Athletes in Action, hosts the Grey Cup breakfast every year in the city where the Grey Cup is played, and we're expecting over 1,000 people to come, and it's just a great place to invite your friends and meet some of the players and hear their testimonies and how God has changed their lives. And we help athletes use their position in sport to share their faith.
And Athletes in Action is just one aspect of Power to Change. Leonard, for our viewers, just could you give us a sense of the scale or scope of Power to Change and how it impacts the nation of Canada and perhaps around the world?
Yeah, our student ministry is on 45 universities in Canada, and we're expanding that right now. The Leader Impact Group, we're in 27 cities where we help business leaders understand the relevance of faith in their lives. Christian Embassy obviously works with parliamentarians and ambassadors. Family Life, we host conferences right across Canada trying to impact marriages and help families stay together. Global Aid Network, we're predominantly drilling water wells in Africa, so we're in 4 countries there. We've drilled 600 wells, and the average well serves about 1,000 people. So 600,000 people wake up every morning and drink water because you know, people have helped us be there, and we have 7 drill teams that drill wells every week. So that's a great ministry we have. And then, of course, our media ministry where people come online and have their questions and search for life. We have a vast ministry working through the media channels that we have in society.
And when I think of Power to Change and Leonard Buhler, I think of big visions. And you're particularly excited about something new. In fact, the cameras will show you gave me this a little while ago. It's my own personal card, and the term on it is The Life. Tell us about The Life.
Yeah, you know, if you take Power to Change and boil it down to 2 words, what we want to do is inspire multiplication. We want people like you to share your faith. And one of the critical factors in society today, and in fact in Christianity today, is people don't know how to step out and share their faith. And we realize that for that to happen, we have to increase the commitment people make to Christ. And so the Life Challenge is a simple prayer where we challenge people to total lordship, total commitment, and in hopes that they would engage their lives in advancing the kingdom. So the prayer goes, Dear Jesus, I want you in the center of my life, and through your power I commit to serve and obey you anytime, anywhere, at any cost, to do anything.
And so if you take that further to a personal level, can anyone just sign up and sort of join the cause?
Yeah, you can go to thelife.com and register your commitment, or you can ask us and we'll send you a card that you can put in your wallet to make the commitment. But this commitment is really quite a challenge for most people. When we present it to people, they say, well, you know, like, I don't know if I can give God everything. I'm willing to give God some things. But the idea of total lordship and total surrender is a challenge for Christians in Canada because we've grown up in this materialistic society. And so part of that's captured our own thought process. And so to say, God, I give you everything, is a big step. And even though it is primary Christianity, it's a simple step of our initial faith, it's still a big step that people find difficult. And I think they haven't been challenged in this particular way. You know, in Luke, Jesus, you know, everybody's following Jesus, and Jesus says, wait a minute, don't just follow me. Don't you realize that if you want to be my disciple, you have to leave your father, your mother, your brother, your sister. You have to give up everything to follow me. And so this life challenge is based on the commitment that Jesus asks of us, of total commitment and surrender.
So I take it then you're trying to challenge Canadians who may have made a commitment to the Lord to make sure that commitment is vibrant, living, and a multiplying ministry in their own lives.
Yes, we were challenging people to review their faith and say, are you totally committed to Christ? Would you engage in advancing the kingdom? Then we want to give people simple ways to engage their lives in advancing the kingdom.
And so if you could say, Don, here's my dream for this life challenge, what would it be?
Well, my dream is that, first of all, you would consider being totally committed to God. And then secondly, would you do something today that would advance the kingdom? Would you take some simple steps? So today you're sitting in your living rooms or in your kitchens and watching the show. And you know, at this very moment, we're getting thousands of emails coming in of people desperate to find answers to life's questions. They're depressed. They're bullied on the internet, like Amanda Todd, for instance. We get lots of emails like that. And so you're sitting in your living room watching this show, but could you take 2 emails today? Would you be an online mentor with one of our ministries and just take 2 emails and answer them? And so right in the comfort of your home, you can actually be a missionary. And I want to challenge you, if Christ is in the center of your life, then, and you give Him control of your life, He's going to bring redemption to people around you. But we can put those people around you right in the comfort of your home. Just sign up and be an online mentor.
So you're actually putting a call out right now for people to become online mentors so they can help others in the world of technology. And I suppose we have a slide that would allow our folks to see how to contact us and Power to Change, and basically say, hey, I'm in. I'll give a hand to this whole effort. Is that right? Yes, for sure. If you phone the number, we'll send you a card. You can sign it, or you can go online and register it. But more than that is, we've got thousands of people that want to talk to Christians about their faith. And so become an online mentor. You can start right now. Just simply phone in the number. We'll set you up, and you'll start receiving emails, and you can talk to somebody who doesn't know Jesus. Isn't that fantastic? About faith. And Len, you and I have talked a lot about partnering and the fact that no one organization can sort of do the work of God's kingdom alone. And tell us about your vision for partnering this whole life initiative beyond Power to Change. Yeah, it really goes back to my faith. You know, in 1994, I went to a Promise Keepers event, and at that Promise Keepers event, I rededicated my life to the Lord. And so when I was talking to Kirk Gels from Promise Keepers, I said, hey, we've got this life challenge. And he says, well, could we do that together as a joint venture at Promise Keepers? And so we designed the life challenge as a joint venture with Promise Keepers. And this weekend, they had their big rallies. And I know in Toronto here, they had 4,000 men. And about 70% of them stood up and prayed this prayer and said, you know, Jesus, I want you in the center of my life, and I want to engage in advancing the kingdom, be a leader in my home, be a man of honor. And so it's just a tremendous privilege to partner with people like Promise Keepers, and we're willing to partner with many other people as well. But I think we need to work together in the Christian community. There's too few of us that are solidly engaged in advancing God's kingdom. So let's work together, and we're just delighted that we could partner with Promise Keepers. Thank you for that challenge. And Len, just before we close here, I'd like you to look in the camera, and I'd like you to talk to any viewer that may be watching today, and they're on a search for the life of meaning. They may be feeling empty. They may have no idea what could make them fulfilled and happy. And you know the answer to that. And I'm wondering if you could look them in the eye and tell them how to find life meaning, and in fact, perhaps pray with them or help them pray to enter a whole new relationship with the Lord Himself.
You know, so many people, and you may be one of them, like the idea of God and Jesus, and you like the idea of faith, but you reserve this big compartment of your life for yourself. And you know, true love can't be experienced in Jesus without total commitment. And so many of us hold out on God just a bit here and there. And today I want to challenge you that if you really want to experience the abundant life and the true love of Jesus, it can't be experienced apart from total commitment. And when you commit to Jesus, He is going to create in you a redemptive vision to reach out to the people around you for Him. And so I want to encourage you to pray with me and make that total commitment. Surrender everything you have to Jesus Christ. And if you just bow with me, I'll pray with you right now. Dear Jesus, I want you in the center of my life. And through your power, because I know I can't do it on my own, I commit to serve and obey you anytime, anywhere, at any cost, to do anything.
The Life, wonderful new program from Power to Change. Leonard Buhler, thank you so much for being with us today.
It's my pleasure, Don.
Thanks.